folks. Bob Sellers here, your host and resident singing fisherman, master blaster, deer hunter, turkey hunter, camping enthusiast, kayaker, general outdoor enthusiast. You never know what you're going to see here on Hook, Line, and Singer, so I appreciate you tuning in each and every week. Today we are doing something I don't think I've ever done on this channel, doing a little handgun shooting and round checking, trying out, whatever you want to call it, evaluation. This is my, let me just say this. If there are a few guns probably in all of our, or in each of our collection that, short of something coming up and you just absolutely had to, that you'd never part with, this is mine. This is mine, or at least this is one of them. This is my Smith & Wesson Model 629 Classic 44 Magnum. Has an 8 3/8 inch barrel. I've got an Ultra Dot 30 millimeter red dot scope on here. Got a really neat, I don't think they make these anymore. I think maybe Weaver made that. That's a mount that this scope comes on and off of, and it also has built-in iron sights on it. So if you got in a pinch and your battery was dead and you couldn't see a red dot or something and you needed to get that off real fast, you just do these quick releases right there, and then you have iron sights that you can see again, because you can't see the original iron sights with this scope mount on there, or with that Weaver type rail on there. Very cool deal. And they guarantee within so much tenth of an inch accuracy at 50 yards or whatever when you take the scope off and put it back on. So that's a pretty cool deal right there. Anyway, we are shooting today. I'm going to get ready. I'm going to try to, I usually have this with me when I'm deer hunting. Well, not usually, but a lot of times I do. I'll just stick it down in my bag or something, which is a little bit harder to do than it sounds, but because there's a pretty formidable size to it. I am shooting Hornady Custom 44 Mag 240 grain XTP hollow point rounds in this to date. I've killed several deer with it, and I've always used that particular bullet. It performs well, but I will say this. The last deer I shot, it was a really big doe. I mean, 115, 20 pound doe probably. And she was out there broadsided at about the distance we're going to be shooting today, which is, that's 42 yards, maybe a little bit further than I'd like. I'd like for one to come in closer than that, but we'll go ahead and shoot it at that and see what happens here. But anyway, I shot that deer, and it was kind of a high front shoulder shot, but just a little bit back. It wasn't forward enough to go through that bundle of nerves and just shut that deer down instantly. That high shoulder, just a little bit forward or dead center of the front leg is my favorite shot. But this was just a little bit back, so it was double lung, and that deer ran about 75 yards. It punched a 1/2 inch hole through her coming and going, but that deer did not bleed one drop until she fell down. There was a puddle of blood under her about that big around, and I never found any blood. I felt good about the shot and the squeeze, and I couldn't see any of the deer's reaction. It's late, you shoot a gun like this, there's muzzle blast and smoke, and so I couldn't tell anything about the reaction. I didn't have a video with me, so I couldn't go back and watch a video, which is very, very helpful, by the way. And but I just felt good about the shot, and my dad and I, we just hunted and hunted and hunted, and I think we might have had to come back the next morning. It was a cold night, and finally found that deer piled up down there. Just textbook. If it had a blood trail, it'd been super easy to find, but she just did not bleed a drop. That 44 caliber 240 grain bullet just went straight through, almost like a Full Metal Jacket or something. But other than that, I've had good results. I recovered the deer, so I can't complain. A lot of people wouldn't have recovered that deer, though. They would have given up, but we didn't give up and recovered her. So I can't complain if you recover the deer. But anyway, let's fire some shots off here at, like I said, 42 yards. and see what kind of grouping we can get with these. You know, it's hard. There's no amplification or zooming on this red dot right here. It's just, it actually almost looks smaller than the naked eye, but you're just trying to hold that red dot on what you're aiming at and squeeze. With handguns, trigger control, once you get steady, it's all about trigger control. You just have to squeeze until that shot surprises you and follow through. And because there's just a tiny margin of error, a bad squeeze left or right is going to send that bullet way off and cause a miss. But let's try her out. You definitely want to have your ear pro on when you do this. I've shot this gun once in my life without it, and I said, never, ever again. Here we go. Obviously, I can't tell where it hit, so I'm gonna squeeze another one. And another one. Wow. You have to hold on to her. All right, let's go see what those three did. And there's our 43 yard group. Well, that's not bad. That's under 2 inches. Might as well say about 2 inches at 50 yards. Promise you that'd kill a deer. If I missed her, it'd been my fault. Let's shoot a few more. I think I'm actually going to adjust this scope up just a tick. I actually went 4 ticks. Let's see what difference that makes. Shoot 2 more. A little more. All right, check those out. Oh yeah, there's my last 2 right there. And 42 yards doesn't sound like a long way, but when you're aiming with no power, and just trying to hold a red dot on something, it's a nice little distance. All right, I want to do a really neat test now. I've got 2 cartridges here that look identical to what I've been shooting, except they're marked with a green Sharpie on the back. That indicates that they are a hand load of mine. I have not hand loaded anything in 25 to 30 years. And like I said, I only have 2 of these left. I want to shoot one and make sure that it's on target with these factory loads that I've been shooting. I know it's the same as that bullet. I don't have any idea or memory of what the powder charge is or anything like that. But if it shoots and hits right there where these others have been hitting, then I'm going to save this one for the next deer that I shoot at. And I would like to shoot a deer with this and take it and say that I did so with one of my hand loads. I did that, the biggest deer I've ever killed in my life, I shot with my 7mm Remington Magnum rifle and used one of my hand loads, so that was a pretty neat deal. All right, let's squeeze one of these off and cross our fingers and hope it hits just like these others have. Gears on. Now cross your fingers. Hand load hit right there. Hey, 2 inches from those, or less than 2 inches. That's a margin of error I can live with right there. I can live with that. You know, like I said, handgun hunting, trigger control, that could have been as much me as it was the gun. Let's shoot a few more of those factory loads. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, squeezed on an empty. Yeah, counterclockwise. Here we go. Hey, at least I didn't flinch. Whew, goodness gracious. Those are just staying right in there. That's a 4-shot group, a little over an inch. Wow, that's a bad dude. Y'all see now where I won't get rid of this revolver. I had a Ruger Super Red Hawk 44 Magnum once too. Very nice gun. Problem was, I bought this Smith & Wesson. Before I bought it, it did not have the trigger that this Smith does. These Smiths, and it's every one I've ever picked up, the Smith revolver is crisp, light, no play, no nothing. That wasn't the case with that Ruger Super Red Hawk, and so I sold it. I'm gonna try something neat with the last round or two. I'm gonna shoot at a 100-yard target I've got set up there. I've been doing some rifle shooting with. Hornady out tells me at 100 yards with a 0 at 50, that bullet's gonna drop 3.9 inches. So I'm gonna hold what I'll estimate to be about 4 inches high on that target out at 100 yards and see how close we can get. Let's try it. I see the white paper. I don't see the red dot drawn in the circle of it. I know it's in the center, so that's what we're gonna do here. Just aim for center. That looks about right. Let's give her a whirl. Let's see, I've got 2 more live rounds in here. Okay. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna dial that red dot down to where I can just barely see it. Otherwise, it's too big and just almost covers up the paper. I'm trying to aim between what I think is the middle and the top edge. I tell you what, it's easier to aim in the vicinity of the top edge. So let me just go ahead and do that. That's a big old monster deer that just won't get any closer. I've got a good rest. I know my bullet's supposed to be 4 inches low way out there. And I'm gonna aim a little high on his shoulder and squeeze. Here we go. Let's try 2. Then we'll go see what, what if anything we hit. Boy, it's easy to get eye fatigue like that. Let's walk. Many thanks to my old dad who came out here with the lawnmower and mowed my shooting range. Got a nice little breeze that's kicked up out here now. Tell you, we've had some very pleasant weather this week. It's been rainy most of the week, but today it's beautiful. And it's in the lower 90s, but still feels pretty nice out here to me. Wow. Well, our 2 hits are right there. Less than 2 inches apart, by the way, at 100 yards. I would have killed a deer. But in my mind, that's about where I was aiming. Hoping it would have hit down here somewhere. Oh well. Would have been a dead deer. I probably would never shoot at one that far anyway.
What are you doing?
Somebody's taking over my range. This is my fodder.
I brought you a pair.
All right. What have you got there?
This is what I'm going to sight in my gun with at that distance. With the old Colt 45.
I ain't shooting it.
Oh yeah, you're going to shoot it. You can shoot it. Shot last year twice because it was luck I hit it all.
Yeah, like I said, dial that red dot as bright as you want it over there on the side.
Oh yeah. All right. It's got a red dot. See what I do to get it on.
Just turn that knob. It's got like 11 different brightness settings.
Oh, I got it. All right. Here we go. That box has had it. I'm going to pop it right in the middle.
Got it right in the middle.
That's good.
He killed the box.
Now, folks, this is a pistol.
I know what you're thinking, punk.
I like it. 629 Classic.
You got to ask yourself a question, punk.
Yeah.
Do I feel lucky?
So
all right, this is my dad's pocket gun of choice. What you got there, Pop?
That's 410 shells taking them out.
That's a Bond Arms. What's it called?
It's called a Bond Arms Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Shoots Colt 45, long Colt.
Or 410, 2.5 inch.
Or 410.
All right. We got us a target set up here at about 6 yards. That's a long shot for that barrel.
Long shot. This is the top barrel. I hit something because it moved. A little bit high, but
it right there. Now, do the 2 barrels shoot the same?
no. The bottom barrel, you raise it about 2 inches, but I don't know. After this, I think I'll just leave it where it's at.
All right.
All right. Cock it right here. Flip the safety right here. To cut the safety off. And you're ready.
You hit on the right edge of the board. See it?
Oh, yeah.
I see daylight.
Hey, that'd be somebody you'd have got them, wouldn't it? Personal protection, of course.
You put the
and remember,
410s in there?
I got 410s in, and remember, I've been having eye problem. I see double. So it's probably not the pistol's fault, but I did hit the target. I hit around the target.
Are these 6 shot or what?
These are 7.5.
All right.
And that's a bad guy coming after me.
Okay.
Okay, let him get a little close and then let him have it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit him.
I like it. I like it. Put your finger down here, and when you get ready to go, just push it down, down, down. See how it closes? It don't go back. It goes down, down. And there's the safety. He's pushing off. He's ready to go. Get up closer.
Oh, this is 410, right?
Yeah. There you go. Bad guy. You hit it. It don't kick back. Look, when you can't see good, this is the gun to have.
Yeah. On the 410 mode.
Yeah, the 410.
I'm back here in my office now trying to cool down a little bit. Hey, just remember, wherever you are, folks, God loves you, so do I. Thank you, as always, for tuning into my videos. Hope you'll like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. May the good Lord bless you. Until next time, I will catch you later. Bye-bye.